Hello, Daddy Freeze.
Hi, my darling sister.
Yeah, just a quick one regarding the soul leaving the body.
Yes.
I'm into meditation. When I mean meditation, big time meditation. There'll be some times in my meditation.
Hold on, let her talk. Guys below me. Hold on, everybody.
Big freeze.
Mute your mic. Mute your mic so that we can hear her.
Hello, Daddy Freeze.
Hi, darling. Mute your mic. The two of you down. Mute your mic. She's speaking first. The lady up is speaking first.
So I'm into meditation, Daddy Freeze. Big time meditation. I meditate a lot. And there'll be some time in my meditation that my soul will just leave my body and I will see myself floating and my body will be on the mat or on my bed. My soul will just be floating and I can easily just go wherever I want to go into trance and do whatever I want to do and come back again. But it's very dangerous though. It is very dangerous because if you're not careful, if you're not powerful, if you're not controlling of your, you're meditating or your spirit and stuff, other person can come and snatch your body and you will not be able to return back to your body again. Your spirit will just be there. So yeah.
You have just in one word or in one experience proven that the spirit is different from the body.
It is totally different.
Your parents did not create your spirit.
No, they did not.
Your parents created your body.
Right.
God created your spirit and your soul.
Yes.
And when your body was, your body at the fetal level was ensouled.
Yes. Because you can't see the soul. The soul needs the body to function. You can't see the soul. You can't.
All right, let's have this other lady's experience.
Okay, I had my experience when I was under anesthesia. I had a process performed on me. Then I saw myself living like just like a color, different color mixture. I don't know if you've seen this movie, this Marvel movie. That's the one that have a magical Doctor Strange. Sorry, Doctor Strange.
Okay.
There is a part when you see different color, different dimension. That was actually what I saw. I saw myself leaving my body. You go enter different corner, just like that. I was just going, like the universe is just mixture of the way science explained it, like it just lies.
You see, Simply Vic is saying scientists will disagree. Scientists are wrong in many things. I don't want to enter into a science spirit debate. Baba, I have seen things that science cannot explain. And I'm not
trying to picture what I saw.
Continue what you're saying. No,
like mixture of different lights, like color, different colors. I was just moving, different angle, going forward. It was when I started hearing my husband's voice that a kind of a force pulled me back. And I remembered myself like, okay, I started calling my husband's name, kind of mentioning people that I knew before, like my loved ones. But I was living like, I was not seeing myself. It's just like a force, like a breeze, just going. Before I came back to my own self, I stopped seeing the other side.
Let me tell you.
That was when I became.
Let me tell you a story, something that I witnessed. As a child, I'm not stupid. Growing up in Ibadan, I've experienced this on national television like 3 or 4 times. A woman coming up saying she had children for a man. You know, like for instance, a woman goes to the north and meets a man there and they get married and have children. And then this woman keeps saying, look, I want to meet your family. I want to meet your family. And eventually the man succumbs and says, okay, you're going to meet my family. And they come to the man's house. The man now points to the house and says, that's my house, but let me just quickly greet my friend. They are waiting for, I've told them that I'm coming, just go there, let me greet my friend. And by the time the woman goes to the house, they take her to the man's grave where he was buried 20 years ago. The first time I watched it, it was with my grandparents. I think I was about 7, 8. The way my grandparents watched it was like, it's a normal thing. This one don't enter good. I'm not saying Nigerians cannot be overly superstitious, but there are many things science cannot explain. And science sometimes tries to model things together to create certain narratives. Science cannot explain parallel universes. There are many things science cannot explain. Yeah, and you cannot tell me that because science has not been able to separate. Now, sometimes anesthesia could be you wandering around in your own mind.
Yeah.
Anesthesia can be different.
Of the brain. Yeah.
Anesthesia can be you wandering around in your own mind. Your mind is opening. But the procedures that ancient Indians used to perform on themselves by perforating their skulls to allow more oxygen come into their skulls so that they can attain higher consciousness. Read about it. Don't take my word for it. There is astral travel. Of course, there's hallucination, but there's also astral travel. And with every rumor, there is a fact.
That's what I wanted to tell you, Daddy Freeze. If you go to the Buddhist culture, you know, the tradition, the Buddhists, they do this quite a lot. They meditate a lot and their soul will travel. I'm telling you. Guys, even the Celestials, the white garment churches in Nigeria, some of them, they practice these things. We all think it's joke.
Let me tell you what I've witnessed before. Hold on. Let me tell you what I've witnessed before. Simply, I want you to use science to explain this to me. Me and one of my uncles, they begin one of our neighbors, they do housewarming. So we shall say, okay, we'll make we go greet them for the house. You understand what I tell you? Now, when we go there, the guy in Astral, he can't bring in Astral, people come they pray. Now, so my neighbor, we be Yoruba. When mama na Yoruba and papa na Yoruba, we never, small boy, we never come out for Ibadan before. As in, he never go Lagos for in life. Now that Ibadan, they born man, you know, local community. This boy started speaking Akwa Ibom. As he entered the trance, he begins to speak Akwa Ibom. They come begin to run, say, who can be, which language did they speak, which language? Now one say, now my language, but I don't understand, and they pick a small. They come run, begin to find who they speak Akwa Ibom. Ask anybody where they go, Sele, they can't use science, explain this thing to me.
I've not been to Sele before.
Baba,
I'm telling you, it does happen.
Hold on. Let me tell you this story. They can't find person where he understand the Akwa Ibom. That person can begin the right waiting they say. He write message for person where he never see before. Person where he never see before. He tell them, say, this and this and this is what you're supposed to do. This and this and this is what you're supposed to do. He was in that trance for like 30 minutes. He came out of that trance and went back and did not remember anything that he did in that trance. Talk to me about this. Explain it to me with science.
Daddy Freeze, even people that are on the comment section that are arguing, can you just ask your parents?
Section now.
Go ask your parents.
No, let them explain this thing to me.
Imagine
science. Hold on. Let me give you another. Wait now. I will give you science.
It's not mental illness. It's not mental illness. Some people can
So
actually
somebody
travel.
is mentally ill. The language where you never hear before, you can't begin speak them.
Exactly.
Can't begin give message.
It's not. Some people can actually, you know, go on trance. You know, their body will be there, but their soul, their spirit is gone.
Well, I don't really believe in trance, Sha.
How do you think your forefathers back in those
the story, listen. Somebody said the story cannot be, my story cannot be verified, so they can't take it. I agree. Can we read about Sokushimbutsu monks that will not eat for 1 year or drink water for 1 year and will not buy? They are registered cases. They enter the state of mummification. Science has never been able to explain it before. According to science, if you don't eat for a month, or if you don't drink water, I think if you don't drink water for 5 days, you will die. These monks don't eat or drink water for 1 straight year. Explain it with science. Just Google it now. Google it before I lock the comment section. I want you to explain this thing to me.
Have you really seen it happen, or you've just read it?
It is verifiable. This one is verifiable.
Mother, we need to see it live, like show it live, how long we've seen it.
Go to a Buddhist mosque. Go to a Buddhist temple. Just go.
But sis, I'm telling you, I practice meditation a lot. Most of the time when I'm in my full meditation mood, my soul leaves my body. I'm telling you, my soul leaves my body. I'm not joking.
You said you don't believe in tongues. Let me.
This is not happening. I'm not
Hold on. Let me address this person. I don't believe in nonsense Pentecostal tongues. I never said I don't believe in tongues. Rebete rabata ruskurubu shibiribi is nonsense. That is not tongues. I'm looking.
Please, Daddy, I have one question before I leave. I have one question.
One question.
Okay.
I'm locking the comment section since you guys want to be disrespectful.
Okay.
And I've answered you.
Like Catholic beliefs.
Yeah.
They said when a soul, like when someone dies, the soul leaves the body and go into purgatory. Go into purgatory for a period of purification, something like that.
Forget all that Catholic doctrine. It's all twisted. Forget it.
So,
forget all that purgatory.
In my own opinion, I don't know. My question is it possible for somebody's soul to live in different body? Like for one soul to live in different body and different generation?
Although I'm not an expert on souls and spirits, but I can tell you for free that there are a lot of manipulations that can actually happen. I can't tell you it's possible or not. You see, that's why I don't like going into spirituality, because you are never ready for it. Science people come and argue what they don't know. They will come and argue what they don't know, what is beyond them. And because I don't dabble into it a lot, because I don't want you to continue thinking that, oh, your pastor made sense last week. Your pastor is not making sense, doesn't have a clue what he's talking about. Anyway, my sister, thank you so much. What's your name?
Okay, my name is Nkem.
All right, Nkem, thank you so much. The other lady, I'd like to keep you for a minute. Yes.
All right, then.
Let me hear you. Let me hear you. Tell me more about your soul travel.
Yeah, that freeze. Even our ancestors, you know this, that they've been practicing this soul traveling for decades, for centuries, way before we were born. They've been practicing this. Even in Yoruba land, sorry, excuse me that I'm speaking Yoruba.
Ahead, continue. Have you heard in Yoruba culture what they call Boku Soro?
Exactly.
Now, hold on.
Yeah.
Do you know that there are verified haunted houses abroad? Do you know that there are verified haunted houses abroad? Verified.
Daddy Freeze, I just wanted to.
So who is haunting the house? There are hotels you can log into that you can go and stay in that are haunted. As in, I will give you venues, and you will go there. Now, there are people who understand spirituality and ghost hunters. They've all gone to check those houses before, and they verified it. They say, yes, there's spiritual presence in this house. Use science and explain it to me.
Are there white people or black people, please? Because
white people.
Exactly. The white people, they don't believe. Go on YouTube and see. Go on YouTube. I learned my meditation from white
Now,
groups.
let's talk about reincarnation. I watched a documentary on by documentary. This is not church, this is not Nigerian. A documentary on reincarnation, where a young boy kept telling his mother that he has lived before, that he know that this is not his house, that he knows his house. And he described aspects of his previous life in clear detail. Explain it to me with science. Where are my scientists? They make mouth a few minutes ago.
They will say it's hallucination that they freeze. It's
Explain reincarnation. Let me tell you what I've witnessed reincarnation. I get one uncle, maybe Abiku. In fact, Abiku for my family, where I know personally, he reached like 5. Let me tell you. Science will won't begin to talk. Let me tell you 2. One of them is my cousin. He's about my age now, like a month I take senior. He kept coming. The difference between his elder brother and him is like 15 years. Now 15 years, the elder brother, all the children when mama they born they pie. Of course, they will tell you they didn't have to. Yeah, whatever. When the last time the child died, they went to do a tutu. You know what a tutu is. They now put a mark on every part of the body, like here 1 mark, here 1 mark, here 1 mark, chest 2 marks, here 1 mark, here 1 mark, here 1 mark, on the baby that lost his life. Do you know that this my cousin was born with the marks?
Yeah.
The next child they had came to the world with the marks. Till today, with the use and say, why you mark for your whole body? Now one day, mama call us aside, say, no, they laugh say this not the story the way happen. So that day they now started talking about Abiku things. Now they begin mention one of our uncles will be crippled. They say mama they born Abiku born. The last speaking will die. They break him leg. They shall twist him as the child was born like that. Ask anybody that is into Yoruba. Baba, do you think there's no Yoruba spirituality? Because we are telling you that Pentecost.
That's why I'm saying that even in our Karojiri, in my spirituality in Yoruba, we have all these things way before we're born. It's just that when colonization came, they just turned everything upside down.
Let's leave Yoruba because they will say it's superstition.
Yeah.
Let's leave Nigeria. Explain reincarnation that has been documented abroad. Explain it to me with science. Explain haunted houses that are in existence till today abroad. Explain it to me with science. Forget anything else. Explain how a ghost can haunt a house. I've seen it before. I haven't seen a ghost before, but I've seen a haunted house before.
Yeah.
There's one haunted house in Ibadan. I don't know whether it's still there now. They call it Ile Hambali. Now one mechanic where they call Hambali, now in they stay the house. I don't tell you that the story before. Hambali come from village, come do mechanic work for Ibadan. You know Ibadan as this small city where you go feel hustle. They no come get house, they stay on that bridge. They say you go do mechanic work for afternoon, come go sleep on that bridge. They say one day rain begin fall. Then there was that house in the neighborhood, like a Petesi, upstairs and downstairs. Nobody they agree enter the compound. They say na haunted house. Omo, rain one key Hambali on that bridge one day. Now Hambali just say Omo. And one person, and one thing they keep person one day. Now so he pack in small load where he get him poly bag. Now he enter inside the house, begin live for the house with the ghosts. Till today, they see they call the house in the Hambali. Now only Hambali they stay there. For night, they say go just begin the fight with ghosts. So one day Hambali, one day Hambali Pomilo, and one ghost Lord Jamilo and Remy, where they this life, where they make mouths, they talk science. No be she tell me say she don't live for haunted house before. Remy, no be they call science now. Simply Vic, where are you? I need Simply Vic on this one. Remy, lying with this. She don't live for haunted house before. Explain haunted house with science. Oh yeah. Let us start. They are
if the Hare Krishnas, the Buddhists, believe in these things. I mean,
yeah, look at it. She said it, she did. Remy, can you just come online for 1 minute and tell us your experience in a haunted house? Then let Simply Vic come and tell us, explain that haunted house. Then I will continue teaching. Because when I don't come out me for the teaching, and me, say, I no go agree, I go show una as it take be. Explain reincarnation. Explain that live abiku na Yoruba. Explain haunted houses with evidence of ghosts. Evidence. Explain it with science.
And not be saying only Nigeria.
Then I will bring Simply Vic. I need you on this live. Make I come here. Make I come here. Oh yeah. You Simply Vic. You go explain tire. I'll give you 5 minutes. Then I continue my preaching. Remy, what that? They call you now. Leave everything where they do. Come and tell them.
So sometimes if you believe too much in science, you will lose so many things will not make sense. So many things will not make sense. And I think spirituality has been before we were born.
I'm waiting for Remy to come. Now on this my life, Remy tell us that story of how she lived. And she's not the only one.
But Daddy Free, science is saying that energy can never die.
Thank you. Energy can never die. It can only be transferred.
It can only be transferred. So what's that then? So if science is telling you that energy can never die.
99% of what the Pentecostal world teaches you as spirituality is false. But that spirituality does not exist. Oh, Remy is very busy.
Bless
that
her.
Spiritual. You see, I don't like teaching spirituality because it's so difficult. The next thing you hear, you run to your church and pastor play for me, and the pastor, like that girl, we get cancer abroad. We carry 22 million, go give pastor for Abuja. It's only this lover. They sent it to me. I did not want to carry it. Oh yeah.
I think
hold on. Let's give Simply Vic 3 minutes because I'm running, so I'm going to time him 3 minutes. Let him talk.
Okay.
So that after that we'll go. Oh yeah, Simply Vic, no vex. Time limit, because I'm running. So let me set your clock. Oh yeah, explain.
Clock of what again? What are you setting?
No, because I have a lot to preach. So you want to talk about
what I was saying was I think you obviously misunderstood me. I said, well, after you said what you said a lot anyway. What I was saying was I didn't say spirituality, there's no existence of spirituality. I didn't say, as a psychologist, I know hypnosis, trance, and all that also exist. I know people also, they colo. I know superstition there. So that's what I was trying to say. What I was trying to say was 95% of what people call spirituality in Nigeria, in our context, is all superstition and mental illness.
100%. So is this why I brought you on?
No.
Thing
now. Then what I wanted to say was, I said, I'm going to also use you as an example because you are the always one. You always quote we should go by numbers. You always say we should go by stats. If you have one statistics or one person that someone haunted house, it is not. It's an exception to the rule.
Haunted houses where they America reach 500.
Bro, you know they exaggerate. You know, reach 500.
No. Haunted hotels reach 20. Hotel where you pay money go.
I've seen some documentaries of hotel in America. Yes.
But there's a program on TV about haunted houses, bro.
Haunted castles.
Yeah.
The haunted. I know there are spiritual. We all know there's a metaphysical. We know. So any person will talk say metaphysical no day, or there's no. Even for the fact that people talk say juju no day, they are stupid. Because let me tell you my life, or not my life. My grandfather, person who born my mama, I don't know whether Delta person day here. Does anybody understand what it means to be an Ogbebulu? Ogbebulu means my grandfather was an herbalist. Not be herbalist where they give you paracetamol or those also. In my face, my eye, koro, nobody say they tell me, make I give you this gist and I go. I went to visit them before Christmas, and I was in a room, I was asleep. So I woke up, I saw that my grandfather was talking to someone. My grandfather was talking to a lady that was pregnant. This lady was long overdue. Madam, can you hear me?
We can hear you talk.
This lady was long overdue. The lady was long overdue. The head of the baby was up while the leg was down. She was in so much pain. My grandfather, if I'm making mouth, don't let me start swearing. My grandfather was speaking to that. This will happen in my eyes. My grandfather was speaking to that baby, and the baby turned. His head came down, and a few minutes later, the lady had her baby. I swear to God, I know the lie swear.
No, I'm not doubter, because in Yoruba spirituality, now what now then go talk.
Bro, I'm not joking. No, the person who born my mama, not be cousin or one uncle outside. My grandfather, Matana, he was talking to the woman like this, talking to the baby, and the baby turned. Few minutes later, she had her baby. So me, I know say jazz day, levels day, juju day. If you think say juju day, you dumb pass dumb. So I know say metaphysical day. So I'm not going to doubt if there's a ghost hunting somewhere or if people's spirit. But all I want you to do in this your life, bro, let's try and separate when people don't they hallucinate and when they're superstitious and the real deal. That's what I was trying to argue on. Not that it doesn't exist.
That's why I told the lady, make no vex, I never chop some money.
Because hypnosis alone could bring out, this brain is not the largest organ, obviously, is the skin. But what this brain can do, you'll be surprised the things you have stored over time that you have forgotten that you had. And they can recall it through science, hypnosis and all that, imagery, visualization and all that. That's the job of a psychologist, psychiatrist and all that. That's their job. Even psychologists too. Do you understand? But when it comes to spiritual,
other lady that came and said she had soul travel under anesthesia, I was a bit worried.
That pure.
I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's not very likely. Now, another thing I need you to know is most Pentecostal pastors who do healings are fraudsters, liars.
That one is confirmed. See, bro.
Out of the 10% that actually do real healings.
No day. 10% no day. Boss, you are too generous.
That actually do, they use diabolical powers to do
obviously. Yeah, absolutely.
You go collect healing for the pulpit.
Bro, I used
to go
on church. Bro, I go DM you.
Come back and knock your door.
Bro, I don't tell you before. Now, I used to go on church that year. I go DM you. Waiting in that church, how they take Jews their ojoro to reach the answer.
Yes, in fact, it's not even up to 10%. For Pentecostal, 99% or 98% Yahoo.
A lot of
Out
people
of that
they
2%,
follow. Most
a lot
of the churches you
them,
guys follow, most of the churches you guys attend, you don't know the genesis of these churches and the so-called leaders of these churches. You'll be amazed. See, now when who then catch, now you do bad. You know how many churches where they don't put some things underground, where people go just they go there like ants. You know, juju there.
Baba, make I tell you something. They say even one young guy for this our Lekki area, saying buried 3 people, so that the owner of the land for this Lekki, so that the owner of the land no go know say naim they do am.
That one is demonic now, is it?
It's not now. If they are demonic forces,
you call it demonic. They will say it's spiritual too. What do you mean demonic?
Yes.
That one is demonic spirituality. Demonic spirituality today now. Spirituality
is now demonic. The one pastors are preaching.
You know, say me are not bad pastor home before now. You know,
okay, sorry, hold on. I'm going to remove the 2 of you so I can finish my message. Can we allow this lady? I want to give you 2. Okay. Thank you, Vic. God bless you. God bless you. You preached a fantastic message. You really helped. Thank you. Now, you, my lady, I want you to tell us everything you want to tell us about soul travel and spirituality from your own understanding, so I can now continue with my own message. Just since you are here, let's hear you out.
In terms of soul traveling, your mind, you need to prepare your mind. It's not a child's job. It's not a child's play. You cannot soul travel just like that. Like I said before, if you're doing soul traveling through meditation with the right intention, say you want to build up your subconscious mind, you want to be awakening, you know, for yourself, but not for, you know, sake of evil and blah, 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 because there are so many entities that are waiting to capture your body, to use your body. You understand? A lot of people might not understand what I'm trying to say, but Daddy Freeze, I know you understand. So if you're doing soul traveling, if you're into meditation, you've got to do it right. You've got to have the mind right set, the right mindset. Even you have to have a mentor to mentor you, to teach you, you know, like you normally do. You understand? You have to. So that when you're doing this meditation, if you're doing soul traveling, you know what to do. You know the length to go. Because Agbara Ju Agbara Lo, power past power. When it comes to spirituality.
Let me ask you a question, my sister.
Yeah.
What's your religion?
I'll say I'm more into our Karojire spirituality now.
How did you stumble upon this, and how did you get here?
Because I was doing my research and I realized that Christianity was forcefully given to us, not by choice. We didn't make informed decision before we received this Christianity of a religion. And if you dated it back, one thing that I read, how through it is, I don't know, because I wasn't alive then, is that our forefathers fought with our spirituality. And at a point in time, they conquer some certain, you know, these colonizers, you understand? That was the reason why those people demonized our spirituality. Because Agbara Wambe, they now demonize it. They know, if we leave these people to continue with their spirituality, they will capture us, they will conquer us. You understand? So they now demonize it and just make us to believe that Christianity is the only way, which I don't think it is right. So from there, I start gathering my information and stuff. And I realized that no, our Karojire Yoruba spirituality is good, because it's common. If you do bad, bad comes to you. If you do good, good comes to you. If you practice it well, it is good, Daddy Freeze, I'm telling you.
Now, how do you cope in a country where if you don't go to church, they will see you as a witch?
I don't think that's gullible now. You all know that.
No, but you know, yeah. In Nigeria now, even of your neighbors, even me, when they go church, they look me one kind. Come be saying
I do, because I don't have that mindset anymore, because I believe that even God God, the highest source. You cannot serve him through one dimension. You can't. It's too powerful, too big. It's too universal to be served in one dimension. Just because I am a traditionalist doesn't mean that somebody that is serving him through a Muslim will go to hell. No. But every branch with its own need, the path that you want to take it with pure hearts. Make sure that you do not do bad, because that's my spirituality. You don't do bad. If you do bad, if you accuse people wrongly, evil will come to you. Karma is real in my spirituality. In my own Yoruba spirituality, karma is real. Not to say that they are not demonic people.
You are
not
right.
To say that
you are right. Somebody sent me a message and said he wants to speak about classical soul travel. I want to give him 5 minutes, then I can continue with my sermon. Can you see why I don't like bringing people when I'm preaching? Because everybody would, and this is quite interesting. So I don't want to remove them. I want us to hear them. I've sent you the account. Oh, yeah. Where is the guy? Some guy here in the comment section. Someone said, Chibuzo Nwokoye, thank you for sending me £19. Oladipupo Mesole, thank you so much. And Olalekan Adewale, thank you guys so very much. Where is the guy who wanted to speak about soul travel? Where is the guy who wanted to speak about soul travel?
What's his name?
I don't remember. I was just waiting for you to finish. Eshu is not devil. That story for
no, she's not devil. She's not devil. It's just
is a deity in Yoruba land.
Yeah, in Yoruba land, it's not devil.
Crowder, where they give assignment to translate Bible, he could not find the word for the devil, so he used the
exactly. He used the nearest one.
Yeah.
No, she's not devil. Sorry, no, it's not.
It's closer to the Greek mythology character Loki.
Yeah,
that
trickster. It's just like a trickster.
Mischievous.
Yeah, a trickster.
Yeah, a trickster. Yes.
Yeah.
There was a guy who wanted to talk about classical soul travel. Please, my dear brother, if you're here, send me. Have you seen his message?
Not yet. Somebody says Samuel Ajayi Crowther should apologize. Samuel Ajayi Crowther is dead.
He's trying his best. You see, if you say Samuel Ajayi Crowther should apologize, wait till make King James can do. King James will talk the highest nonsense. Wait till he can do.
But okay.
Major of Africa.
Okay.
Major of Africa. All right. So you also have 3 minutes so I can finish my sermon. Thank you so much, my darling sister. I'm going to, where are you?
Do you want me to go? Do you want me to go up?
Okay, you can, but I just don't go off yet. I want to follow you.
Okay, sir.
Hello.
Hold on a second, my brother. Did I get it? Okay. I left one letter out. So I'm going to follow you. Follow me back. I'm sure you followed me already. So let's have a conversation. I've sent you hi. All right. You can leave now. Ross, why you don't network become clear like this?
Hello. It's from my camera. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Let's quickly hear you. 3 minutes.
Okay. Good evening. My name is Comrade Zoran Nam. I'm from Anambra State, Nigeria. And I believe and I practice the tradition of my forefathers. That is the Igbo cosmology. We call it autonomy. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, so the time.
I hear you. Your network is very bad, so just continue.
Okay, I said my name is Comrade Zoran Namdi. I believe and I practice the tradition of my forefathers, which is called the Ordinary Igbo. So when I was much younger, my grandmom told me and taught me about classical soul travel. This term classical soul travel is equally obtainable in the Igbo cosmology. And if you study the philosophy of the Ekis, that is the Ikanka, they so much believe. And can you hear me? Hello?
Brother, talk.
They so much believe in classical soul travel. As a matter of fact, it was developed by Paul Tuchel, because in Ikanka, they believe more of spirituality than religion, in the sense that because in spirituality, it emphasizes on your personal relationship with the divine being, your personal relationship with God. So when I was much younger, when I was around 10 to 11, 12 years, I discovered that whenever my grandmom is sleeping, she sleeps in a particular position. So I was trying to unravel the mystery behind that. So she kept on hiding it from me until a day I was having a discussion with her. And she made mention about transfer. Transfer in reincarnation is talking about, because in reincarnation, we believe so much in reincarnation in Igbo land. We call it Iyowa or Ilowa. So in that Ikanka, in that their philosophy, they believe that you, as a Yoruba man, can equally reincarnate in other parts of the world. They call it transfer. So that time I was in school, I was in University of Nigeria, so I was studying that book because I normally go to their church. So when she now talked about transfer, I was like, Mama, how did you know about this word transfer? She now started teaching me about it and told me the position I have to lie down whenever I want to practice that classical soul travel. And if you want to practice that classical soul travel, first of all, you have to be in the position of holiness. You won't drink, you won't smoke, you won't stay with a woman. Then when you want to sleep, you have to be in the mood of prayer. Sometimes you can just on maybe a soft music. Then you try to position your mind. You can breathe in, hold your breath for like 1 minute. You release it. When you do it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, your body, your soul is going to leave your body. But one dangerous thing about this classical travel is that for you to be able to embark on it, you must have a living egg master. A living egg master and a strong spiritual guide. Because traveling to that other side is very dangerous. Number one, you must have a living egg master. Number one, a strong spirit force. Because as you are going